Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. I'm Gio and I'm here for the match preview of Juventus against AC Milan. Match will be played tomorrow, March the 10th at 8:45 p.m. Italian time at the Juventus Stadium in Turin. It is a very big match, especially for Milan as we are still chasing those Europa League positions. Lazio, Atalanta, and Inter still above us, but we did close the gap with Atalanta last week. Lazio and Inter did win their respective games, and they're probably looking at the schedule this weekend and saying, oh, Milan's definitely gonna lose. They're definitely gonna be dropping points against Juventus, and this should facilitate our task this weekend. But I really don't think so. I think we still have a very good fighting spirit. We have shown this fighting spirit all along this season, whether it was against Juventus or any other team. We have proven to show very, very good things. I definitely agree with the fact that it is going to be a very tough match tomorrow at the Juventus Stadium. But my point is that Milan, many games this season, has done the impossible. We've been in situations where we were forced to come back, or even situations where a win was very, very improbable, but we still got the result at the end of the day. This is the fourth and last encounter between Milan and Juventus this season. We have played them already 3 times over the course of this season. Once in the Serie A, once in the Supercoppa Team, and the other time in the Coppa Italia. Now, we won 2 out of those 3 matches. And really, it's proven to be in those matches that Milan had a very good fighting spirit. Like I said before, we beat them at the San Siro with that beauty of a goal from Locatelli. In the Supercoppa, we went all the way to penalties to beat them with a beautiful Donnarumma save on Dybala. I still remember that one like it was yesterday. And then we obviously lost the Coppa Italia match in Turin at the Juventus Stadium 2-1. So it wasn't that big of a difference, really, if you ask me. It's been very, very tight matches between these two teams this season, and I think that we could still be able to pull something out. Definitely Juventus at the Juventus Stadium is a fortress of a team. They're still unbeaten. They have done very, very good things. They won pretty much every match that was played at the Juventus Stadium this season. So it's definitely a very hard task for Milan, but I still believe we've kept it relatively close against Juventus all season round, and I don't think there should be a difference this time around as well. Now, Juventus is participating in the Champions League next week. They do have a match against Porto at the Juventus Stadium. They already go into that match with a 2-0 advantage as they picked up a 2-0 win at Porto. So they really won't have the need to play all their best players in this game. So anyways, my point is that maybe their minds are already in the Champions League. That could distract them a bit. But Juventus is used to playing 2 or 3 games per week, so I don't think it really should make a big deal out of it for them. But they do have some players that are suspended. That is Cuadrado. Cuadrado won't be participating in this match. Then there's also guys like Chiellini and Sturaro that are both out on injury. So that's something else we also should be looking forward to. There are also a number of players that are currently booking away for Juventus, so they're gonna have to be extra careful as well. We'll see how the match plans out, but my point is that if Udinese was capable of getting a point against them last weekend, then we should be able to do at least the same this time around. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section, what you guys think about the match. Do you think it's gonna be such an easy task for Juventus, or you think we're gonna give them trouble and maybe steal some points off them? Let me know in the comment section. But without further ado, guys, let's take a look at the probable starting 11 for Milan, because there are quite a few surprises that I should be talking about. So let's take a look at it. Donnarumma is expected to start in net. De Sciglio, Paletta, Zapata, and Romagnoli in the back 4. Pasalic, Sosa, and Bertolacci in the midfield, and we got Suso, Bacca, and Deulofeu as per usual up front. So let's speak about this lineup. First of all, I would like to mention that, Romagnoli playing in that left back position, I'm not too sure about it. We have already seen Romagnoli in that position previously this season, And personally, I wasn't too impressed with him playing on that left side. Let's not forget that we got guys like Antonelli and Calabria also on the bench. So I don't understand why Romagnoli would be starting on the left side when you could definitely put a guy like Antonelli. Yes, I know Antonelli is not fully match fit. He probably cannot play the full 90 minutes just yet. But to me, I really wouldn't see the reason as to why Romagnoli had to start instead of Antonelli on the left side. I would have personally preferred a De Sciglio, Paletta, Romagnoli, Antonelli back four. Zapata, yes, he's done good things. He had a good match against Sassuolo. He had a decent match against Chievo. But now we're speaking about Juventus. And personally, I don't know if Zapata could hold on to play a very good match even this time around. When he's got to defend the likes of Higuain, Mandzukic, Dybala, I simply don't know about Zapata starting in this game. And that's why, once again, I will want to confirm my personal defense if I had to choose, and that would be De Sciglio, Paletta, Romagnoli, and Antonelli in the back four. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Again, for the midfield, we got Pasalic replacing Kuchka there on the right side, Jose Sosa in the middle, and Bertolacci on the left. Now, last game, we saw Locatelli, Jose Sosa, and Bertolacci all play together, and you could kind of argue that the creativity was starting to light up. Finally, we start to see more plays, we start to see lots more counterattacks, lots more production going into that counterattacking sense. So I did like and appreciate what Montella did imply there with those three men. But Locatelli won't be playing in this match. I mean, he did get called up, so he will be on the bench, but he won't be starting. And that's because apparently he had a fever, and I think he's missed today's training or yesterday's training, and therefore Montella doesn't deem him to be fit to start. So we're going to be seeing Jose Sosa in the middle. And when we saw Jose Sosa in those recent games, he's done very good things. He's done very good things against Fiorentina. He's done very good things against Lazio. So I don't know why he shouldn't be getting the chance to start once again. Yes, it is Juventus, but I think Jose Sosa is a guy that's really in form at the club at the moment. Therefore, we should be using him even more. Pasalic, I think we should definitely use him as well. He's done good things. He's done good things this season. Maybe not the best of things. He's not been too consistent, but when he has been given that opportunity to shine, I think he's taken it. So, definitely, I would like to see how Pasalic plays in this game. Kind of surprised that Kuchka hasn't been inserted, to be honest with you, in the starting 11. But maybe Montella has other ideas, so we're going to have to check that out. Bertolacci starting on the left. I definitely hope he has a good game. Up front, Suso was one of the major worries last game because he did come off quite early against Chievo. Many people thought that he was injured. It was a serious injury, that he was going to miss the game against Juventus. But guess what? He won't. He will be starting in this game once again on that right side. And Suso pretty much confirmed that the injury wasn't too serious after that Chievo game. So we will be seeing him once again. This guy simply is not getting any rest. And I hope that he doesn't aggravate that injury that he picked up against Chievo. But once again, if it was really serious in terms of the injury, the doctors would have probably told Suso that, sorry, but you can't be playing in this game. So it doesn't seem to be very serious, but Suso has to be careful because he will be man-marked, that's for sure. We've seen many teams do that in the Serie A, especially in the second half of the season, once they learned how Suso plays. But yeah, we should be seeing him once again start on that right side. Bacca, the author of 2 goals last game against Chievo, could have had a few more as well. Will be starting again. So Bacca, yes, he's a bit on a good scoring streak. He's got 2 goals last game, like I said. He scored the goal to win the match against Sassuolo. So hopefully we'll be seeing him again in the scoring ways in this match. One little note I wanted to add, however, is that Bacca had a number of chances against Chievo, and he only managed to put 2 in the back of the net. Those chances probably won't be coming back against Juventus. And what I mean is that the Juventus defense is the best in Italy, and simply they won't be giving Bacca 5 to 7 chances to score in the game. Baka's probably gonna get 2, max 3 chances, and he's gonna make sure that the ball does go back in the net, in the back of the net on those chances. So Baka needs to be more influential, needs to be more critical, cannot just, depend on getting all those chances and not putting them in the back of the net. He needs to make sure that they do end up as goals. That's my main point here. Deulofeu, possibly the best player since he arrived at Milan. Always giving his 100%, sometimes even more. Always running until the last second, always giving it his all. And for a guy that's on loan, I'm very, very surprised by the way that he plays. He's working very hard, and I'm expecting the same from him tomorrow. One thing's for sure, he's definitely letting that Bonaventura injury not be so felt for the Milan fans. So let's see if Deulofeu could replicate what he's been showing in these past weeks, or maybe past month. It's been very good for Deulofeu, so hopefully we'll be seeing once again a repeat of that. So guys, that's the probable starting 11. Like I said, few changes there. Romagnoli starting on the left side. In that back four. Not quite sure what to make of that, but I'm not too convinced about the whole thing. Let me know your thoughts on the full lineup in the comment section, as I'll be getting in your comments in just a few seconds. But yeah, personally, I think, like I stated at the beginning, it's going to be a tight match. Juventus is not going to have a blowout win. I don't think both teams will be willing to lose this match, so expect a very fierceful fight, that's for sure, with not too many goals. That's my opinion. So let me know. Once again, let's get to your comments and let's see what you guys have to say. Mark Job says Romagnoli is needed as a center back. No expectations. Sorry, no exceptions. To play Zapata could be a suicide. Play Vanjoni. Yeah, Vanjoni could be another option on that left side. Like I said before, we got Antonelli. We've seen Calabria also play on that left side. We got Vanjoni that's been playing on that left side for many weeks now. And Montella, it seems like he's not giving confidence to these guys. He actually rather play Romagnoli in that position. Now, Vanjoni, yes, he's been consistent in his performances in recent weeks, but to me, his defending is atrocious, and I really don't think he can defend that well against Juventus. That's why maybe he wants to put Romagnoli there. But at that point, I would just go in for Antonelli and put Romagnoli as a center back instead of Zapata. Glenn Mario DeMarco says Kuchko needs to start. We need his physical strength in the midfield. And I totally agree with you. When I saw that probable starting 11, I thought to myself, why isn't Kuchka playing in this game? We need ball winners, especially in the middle. Yes, Jose Sosa does recuperate a lot of balls, does win the possession in the middle of the park, but I think we need another guy like Kuchka. Kuchka has been the tractor, the workhorse in this team, and to see him not starting this game against a very strong midfield like Juventus have, to me, just poses a lot of question marks. A lot of question marks are coming out of my head at the moment to really answer this question. So we'll see exactly what Montella does decide tomorrow. Like I said before, it is a probable starting 11, so it's not really for sure that we're going to be seeing exactly these types of players. But more chances than not, we will be seeing Passage starting instead of Kuchka. Tommy says, hey Gio, how do you know how well be the team tomorrow? What source tells you about that? And where is Abate? Abate is injured. Don't forget, he did sustain an injury against Sassuolo to his eye, and I think he's still not fit to come back, and that's why he's not there. I think your question is pertaining to the probable 11. Where am I getting it from? Definitely lots of numerous sources are reporting, report probable lineups. We got sources like Mediaset, Sky, Gazzetta, and pretty much, we take the most reliable sources out there to talk about the probable starting 11. So we take a look at those formations and what they mention to make a conclusion out of it. That's what I wanted to say. Milan Butch says, if Delofeo continues to perform until the end of the season and we don't sign him in the summer, I will be devastated. Well, we don't have a buyout option on him. Let's not forget that. But like I stated numerous times over the course of the past few weeks, many people have been asking me this question: do you think Delofeo will be staying at Milan in the summer? And my answer to that is that if Delofeo shows his true will to stay at the club, that could influence, or at least put an influence on the decision making for Everton. And what I mean by that is that either Delofeo is not going to be wanting to join Everton or at least play for them next season, or it will take a severe cut on his purchase price if a team wants to buy him in the future. So I think that, we're going to have to see exactly how things plan out for Delofeo from now on until the end of the season. But there is a possibility that we could get him maybe with some negotiations, from some goodwill from Everton. And also the player's will is very important when we look at these things. Carl Wilkins says, I think this will be a tight one too, Gio. We've already snatched a Super Copa from them. I don't see why we can't beat them again. Yeah, like I said, we've had very close encounters with them this season, so I don't really see why, Juventus have the upper hand on us. Yes, they are the best team in Italy. Yes, they're doing very good things, but we have shown this season already that we are a hungry team, and even Allegri mentioned that in his press conference. Milan is a hungry team, a team that never stops to fight. So whenever we are with that attitude, whenever we play with that concentration, with that attitude, we are a tough team to beat. The main thing here is to note that we have to avoid making stupid mistakes. Unfortunately, we made mistakes all season round, and sometimes, those mistakes impacted the final result. So hopefully we won't be seeing this time the same thing. But I don't know why, but Milan always seem to play better against top sides. Maybe they're playing with a more cautious approach, but believe me on this, I do believe that we could score at least a few goals tomorrow at the Juventus Stadium. If not two, I think we could at least get one. And if our defense is good enough, I won't say that we're going to get a clean sheet because that's almost impossible at the Juventus Stadium. But I think we could get at least a very golden point. And 1 point at the Juventus Stadium, to me, is like a win because not many teams come out of that Juventus Stadium unbeaten. And like we have seen this season, if I'm not mistaken, Juventus have won every single Serie A game at the Juventus Stadium. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that just proves their dominance at the Juventus Stadium at their own field. So if we could get a point out of it, I'll be more than happy because that's really like a win in my eyes. Petrit says, we need experienced midfielders against Juventus. Bertolacci, Sosa, and Kuchka is our best option. Yeah, I think so too. I think that specific midfield that you mentioned is our best option, and I think we should be going with that. Pasalic, to me, yes, he's a decent player, but I think it's a bit of a gamble to throw in such a big match like the one against Juventus. Pau Solo says, Bacca always gets bullied with Juve's defense, Lapadula as well. Our only option is the wingers. Yeah, I mean, Bacca, besides the games against Sassuolo and Chievo, where, their defenses are way easier to break through, he's had a very tough time. And I think it's going to be the same exact thing tomorrow. But let's not forget that in the Supercoppa match, Bacca had lots and lots of chances to score in that match. And maybe on another day, those chances could have been in the back of the net. I was pretty surprised with all those chances that he missed that day. But let's hope that that won't repeat itself. And that whenever he gets those chances, he could at least score 1 or 2 goals. Pixflick says, I hope Bertolacci plays as well as he did against Chievo. He had a great presence. I think this could easily go either way. I predict a 1-1 draw. I'd be over the moon with that, but by all means, go for the win. Definitely, the win is the ultimate objective, but what I said before regarding the tie, if we do get a tie in this match, we shouldn't, put our heads down in disappointment, because I believe that a tie at the Juventus Stadium is more than enough. If we get a win, then, it's like hitting the jackpot. But I wouldn't be upset with a tie, that's for sure. YY is predicting a 1-1 draw with Bacca scoring a penalty. Well, I don't know if we're going to get a penalty because we are at the Juventus Stadium. No pun intended. But, I mean, we did get already 2 penalty shots in the past 2 games. I'm not saying that we cannot get another one, but Bacca needs to be more concentrated on them, because the one against Sassuolo, yes, he scored, but, that could have easily been a 2-touch call that the referee didn't see. The penalty shot against Chievo, he skied it. So his concentration on the penalty shots hasn't been the greatest as of recent. So let's hope, he concentrates a bit better if he does get another chance there. Mark's Job is saying we can beat this Juventus team. Lazy Face says not confident if Mattia De Sciglio plays at the left. Well, Mattia De Sciglio is not going to be playing on the left side. He's most likely going to be playing on the right to substitute Abate. But another thing I would probably do in this match, if he doesn't want to risk Antonelli, maybe play Calabria on the right and De Sciglio on the left. I mean, we've seen De Sciglio play on the left already this season, but I just don't see Romagnoli playing on the left side. The other time that we saw him, I forgot against who, he was absolutely drunk. I don't know what he was doing. Like, he couldn't mark his man. He had a lot of trouble. So, I don't see him fit for that position. That's my take on it. Giorgio says Juventus will win at least 3-0. I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think it's going to be that bad. Yes, Juventus is a good team, but 3-0, I don't know. We have to do better. I know we have to play a very strong match, but I don't know about 3-0. Mark Job says we go for nothing more than the win. This will be Juventus' first loss at home. And sooner or later, they're going to have to drop points at home. And this, to me, could be the perfect match for that. Would I like to see Icardi move to AC Milan? No, no chance. No chance. No chance. Paul Soul says, I predict 3-2. Wow, that's a very high-scoring game. I don't think there's going to be many goals in it tomorrow, to be honest with you. I think that, it's going to be a very, very tight game. Maybe 1 goal or 2 goals max in this game. That's my take on it. But, of course, there might be a lot of goals. It all depends on how the defenses play. That's really it. So, if you guys have a few more questions, just send them in before I sign off. I'm going to stay for a few more minutes. But if not, I will be signing off. And just a reminder that tomorrow, there will be the live stream watch-along, as per usual, 30 minutes before kickoff. And that will be followed by the match review. So make sure you stay tuned to Rossoneri TV and you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss those videos. It is very important that you guys come to Rossoneri TV and unite throughout the match so you guys could have your share of thoughts on the whole situation. Who's playing good? What do you think about the game? What should Montella do? These are all topics that come up in those watch-alongs. So if you guys haven't yet joined us in those watch-alongs, make sure you join us for tomorrow's. It's definitely going to be a great one. The Pharaoh saying my prediction 2-0. Diaco saying Zapata at right back. He is more used to that position than Romagnoli is at left back. I don't know, maybe, but I don't think Zapata should be playing at all in this match. That's my take on it. That's just my take. I don't know if he's really fully ready for a match like the one against Juventus. We can do it tomorrow. Yeah, we definitely could. Let's hope so. Paul Sol says, any new development with the closing? I saw something about it today. Well, the last thing I read really was that the Chinese have submitted a document regarding their business intentions. But we should be having some more information on that tomorrow. So we're definitely going to be keeping you guys up to date with all of that. Alright guys, that's going to be it. Thank you all for joining me. Don't forget tomorrow, join us for the watch along and the match review. Don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow. This has been Gio signing off, and as always, Forza Milan.